Hey, this is the Old Gaming Geezer. Welcome back to another episode of Elite Dangerous, and today I am playing for the first time the Elite Dangerous Gamma version 1.01, and I am at the Ibico station, and this is my first flight, and I'm just going to go and see what I can get up to. I'm sorry it's been a while since my last video. Real life got in the way, but hey, we're back. We're gaming, we're rocking. Now, this is post-commentary because when I recorded this, I wasn't planning on making a video of it. I just hit record as I started playing, and I'm just flying around. As I said, I'm in the Ibico system. I have targeted Maxwell Orbital. I started at Treshkov Port, or however you pronounce that, and I'm heading towards Maxwell Orbital, and I'm just trying to see what's going on. What's different about the Gamma version 1.01, and I've seen, although I don't have a video of it here, I did have a look at the the galaxy map, and I saw everything. And of course, the first system I searched for in the galaxy map was Lave, and I saw Lave and Listi and Reed Quad and all those old systems from the original game, but they only have a few of them there, so I was a little bit disappointed that I couldn't go back and keep doing the Isanor Qtiri computer trade run that I used to do 30-odd years ago, which netted me a hell of a lot of cash before I went off and explored the universe. Anyway, well, I'm really loving this game, having a great time. This is what you're seeing here is my very first flight in the Gamma, and I get interdicted. And so I figure, what have I not done in this game? Combat. So I said, I'm going to let this guy interdict me. Now, I've done this before, and I've gotten killed. But this time, I'm feeling good. Feeling like I'm ready to be interdicted. I got that feeling. You know that feeling that you get? That you want to kill. So I pull out my crappy little on-loan pulse lasers, and I've got this eagle, and he's harmless, and he just starts blasting me, so I start blasting him back. And so I'm trying to learn how to fly the plane in a combat scenario, and as you can see, I accidentally keep hitting the button where I lose targeting. Actually, that hasn't happened yet. I kept hitting the wrong button on my joystick and losing targeting on my target and all that kind of stuff, but I managed to blast him a little bit for a while, and I was having a really good time, and I was using my lateral thrusters, and I was adjusting my my energy distribution around my ship, although I didn't do that very much. I need to figure out how I can I need to remember to keep doing that on the fly. I think I need to adjust my my mapping on my joystick so I can do that from the buttons on the joystick. That might be a good idea, because I do that from the buttons on my keyboard, so I keep having to jump from my keyboard. Whoops, I hit my mic. Jump from my keyboard to my throttle on my joystick. Now, the joystick I'm using is a Logitech Extreme 3D Pro, so it's got a little flappy throttle thing on the base of it. It's a really good little joystick. If you need a cheap, cheerful, good, reliable joystick, and you're on a very tight budget, get the Logitech Extreme 3D. It's brilliant. Logitech have not paid me to say that. I know nobody in Logitech. I just use the stick. I really like it. If I had money, I'd buy something like an X52 or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But for the moment, this is doing me fine. So I'm chasing this guy, and I'm trying to figure out how to fly this. I'm trying to figure out how I can stay behind him. So when he goes past me, I'm down. I'm hitting my brakes. I'm throttling down, and I'm trying to spin around using. I'm trying to pitch back and get him back in front of me, and using my lateral thrusters to try and move myself away as well. And as soon as he starts coming in front of me, I hit my thrusters again and try and get in behind him. Not easy, but as you can see, I've knocked him down to about 45%. His name is Fred Birdridge. I can't really read it on my preview window there, but he's wanted, so I'm going to blast this fucker. As you can see there, I accidentally deselected him from or detargeted him, so I haven't realized that yet because I'm getting really excited because, oh my god, I've got his shields down! So I'm very, very pleased with myself here. And he's fast. That Eagle is a fast little ship. He's got a much tighter turning circle than I do, so which is why I'm basically leaning all over the lateral thrusters, the throttle, I'm trying to jump between, throttling back, throttling up, thrusting left, right, up, down, and I honestly couldn't explain to you in detail what I was doing because I don't know. I was just trying everything to try and get it to work, and I finally get him on. As you can see, I'm not the greatest aim, but at least I can aim with my stick working properly. So he's getting a few shots in me. My shields are low, but they're not down, and I get him. I just have to point out, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gamer geeks and gamer geekettes, that was my first kill in Elite Dangerous, and I have been playing this game for, what, 3 months? 4 months? That was my first kill, and I managed to record it. I am so happy. And the recording did not get corrupted like it has 99% of the times I have recorded Elite Dangerous using ShadowPlay, and it didn't get corrupted. I'm so happy. So I figure I better get to the nearest station, so I decide to head to White Orbital, which is a station in the system that I'm in. And so I head over to White Orbital, and there we go. Ibico is the name of the system that I'm in. I'm going to go with White Orbital. I'm going to chop it here. So we get in. This is where, you know, as I said, this game is not finished yet, as you know. We're still in the gamma, but there's much more content. Apparently, I have barely scratched the surface. I've played the gamma for like an hour, so I don't know how big it is. But there are still problems, as you're going to see here. Now I'm coming into dock at White Orbital in the Ibico system. I love those ring stations with the farmland in the ring, the gardens and the parks. It looks beautiful. So I'm trying to fly in here in the worst, most dangerous way possible. Almost hit a ship, but look, you may notice there's a noob flying past me with his landing gear still out. Ha! Noob! Noob! I would never do something like that. I would never fly around with my landing gear sticking out. So anyway, I need to go to landing pad 1, and there it is right in front of me beyond landing pad 12. And I have extended my landing gear at this point, and this is where my problems arise. Now, as you can see from my landing announcement, proceed to landing pad 1. There I am. I'm proceeding to landing pad 1, slowing down, getting in there, and the landing guidance doesn't come up. So that's weird. So I try to land anyway, but slowly getting down, but it's not working. I can't land. Something's not right. So I kind of screw around a little bit. I fly around the inside of the station for a few minutes, trying to figure out how to land. I keep double checking. Am I on the right one? Landing pad 1? I try 1 or 2 of the other landing pads, but it's just not working. I don't know what it is. I tried to land there a load of times, so there's no way I could save my game at this point. So I need to get to another station. And while I was on my way to another station, I got interdicted again, this time by a Viper. And while I managed to get in a good few shots on him, you can see that my shields there are quite down. And this guy, Knuckle, something like that. He's pretty good. He's a master. He's wanted, and yeah, I ain't doing so well. My shields are now down, and Nockrel here, he's got weapons on gimbal mounts, which have a very wide angle of motion. So even though like he's flying almost away from me there, he's flying perpendicular to me there, and he was still able to fire back at me. So I don't know, I'm doing my best to stay on his 6, but he's just too maneuverable for me. The Viper is just great. I gotta get me one of these things, is what I'm saying. Because this ship is running rings around me. Like, I'm doing everything I can to try and stay with him, but he's flying away from me and he's shooting backwards at me. Where do I get these toys? Why does he have these cool toys? I need these toys. Anyway, so I try to get in closer to him and maybe go too fast and avoid his fire. And that actually works, but I kind of had a lot of trouble figuring out the whole adjusting my weapon systems. But, you know, as you can see, things are not going well. Old Nockrel here, him and his little Viper there, they're doing terrible things to my poor ship. I do my best, and eventually, you know, my canopy is cracked. My hull is in crap. I'm not doing well, and I decided I'm going to try and bug out. So I try to bug out, having trouble getting the frame shift working. Eventually, I get my frame shift drive charging, but Mackerel there is battering the crap out of my ship. It's not going well. I went from my first kill to this. I made a nice little bounty, but alas, this is the old gaming geezer from first kill to first death. Signing off. Good night. Farewell. Adieu.